The Liberals, tax evasion, and the truth. I'm Brian Lilly with TheRebel.media. There's rhetoric and then there are facts when it comes to the issue of tax evasion. And this morning, as the Liberals held a news conference on the issue of tax evasion, tax avoidance, and high-risk companies and wealthy individuals, well, they were high on rhetoric, claiming they were going to crack down on people with the money.
Budget 2016 gives fair warning that the Government of Canada is focused on a tax system that is fair for all Canadians, and those who attempt to avoid or evade the taxes they rightfully owe will be pursued and face consequences.
To that end, the Liberals are going to increase by 500% the number of audits on wealthy individual taxpayers, and they're also adding over 100 additional auditors to audit high-risk multinational corporations. They'll have 12 times the number of tax schemes that will be examined annually, and that is just the beginning. Meanwhile, the Liberals have problems in their own backyard, as was revealed by Le Journal de Montréal last week, reported here at TheRebel.media. Well, inside the Liberals' own house, there is someone who's using companies based in tax shelter jurisdictions, Delaware and the Bahamas to be specific, to hide some of his money, to put it into a lower tax jurisdiction. In the current climate, this may all be legal, but if you listen to the Liberal rhetoric, you have to wonder if it's something that they're on board with. Well, it turns out, yes, they are, as long as it's one of their own.
You know, this morning is not about targeting legitimate business interests that Canadian companies can have to sell services or export goods in some jurisdictions. What we're talking here this morning is about making an historic investment to go after tax evasion, and making sure as well that we target those who promote these schemes, those who create them.
As I said last week, what Bill Morneau and his company are doing, it's perfectly legal. I'm assuming it is. Many companies have followed this path before, and yet in the media and in the political realm, regular Canadians and Canadian businesses are being crucified over their attempts to do the very same thing. If you think Panama is a tax haven, you ain't seen nothing yet. Delaware far outstrips it as far as the number of companies and individuals that set up corporations, even shell corporations, in order to minimize their taxes. All perfectly legal. And yet the Liberals are on the warpath. Tax evasion and tax avoidance is a serious issue. It's something that all governments have to deal with. But the Liberals are taking an odd view of it. They're hiking taxes on high-income individuals. They're not lowering the taxes for corporations or even small businesses. And they're cracking down in terms of the number of auditors. All of this, it's just designed to do one thing: drive high-net-worth individuals out of the country. We'll be bringing you a story in coming days here at The Rebel on who actually pays the taxes. You might be shocked. It's not the wealthy who are getting away with murder. It's not the wealthy that are hiding all their money so that they don't pay anything. In fact, the numbers will downright shock you. But in the meantime, know this: the Liberals are full of rhetoric, but they're awfully forgiving if the person being accused is one of their own.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of The Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.